Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Dayal Gauranga Prabhu, and it is an honor and privilege to be here speaking about Jagannath's Rath Yatra. This particular pastime is covered in the 12th and the 13th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. We have at the very beginning of the Madhya Leela, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu deciding to go on his South India tour. And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returns back from the South India tour, the king of Orissa at that time, Maharaj Pratap Rudra, he is very much eager for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's association and darshan. So I would like to focus on this particular theme of a sadhaka's journey in his effort to take shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and what all of us can learn as part of this journey. And along with that, we will see how this weaves in beautifully with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So, Prataprudra Maharaj, he is refused by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again and again for darshan. And Prataprudra Maharaj is very much in a state of distress because he is so eager for Lord Chaitanya's mercy. And Mahaprabhu has practically given mercy to everybody. And especially he is the king. And a king is not used to getting no for an answer. So we will see from this 11th chapter onwards some of the qualifications which Prataprudra Maharaj had and which qualified him to get Mahaprabhu's mercy. And devotees all from Bengal had come and they were on the way to have darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and how Prataprudra Maharaj played such a key role in assisting Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates. Papine cha uddharite tara avatar jagai madhai te ho korila uddhar. So Prataprudra Maharaj says, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has delivered even the most fallen Jagai and Madhai. Why is he not delivering me? And then he says, Prataprudra chhadi koribe jagata nistar, ei pratigya kori achen avatar. He says, I think Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken a vow that when he descends into this material world, he will deliver everybody except Prataprudra. And therefore, he says here, Prabhupada mentions in the purport, the more fallen a person is, the more he has the right to be delivered by the Lord. And therefore, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar, Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Paibe Ar. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has reversed the typical understanding within this material world, where within this material world, the more qualified you are, the more you get attention. Whereas for Mahaprabhu, the more fallen one is, the more he becomes eligible for Mahaprabhu's grace. So we see here the first principle demonstrated by Prataprudra Maharaj is he is extremely eager, humble, and his humility is such that it is coming from his heart, and he thinks himself to be the most fallen. Now we see another quality demonstrated by Prataprudra Maharaj. Tara pratigya more na koribe darshan, mora pratigya taha vina chhadiba jivan. Prataprudra Maharaj says, if Lord Chaitanya has taken a vow that he will not give me darshan, then I also take a vow that till I receive Lord Chaitanya's mercy and grace, I will also continue striving and I will try my level best. And therefore, Prabhupada mentions in his purport, a devotee with Prataprudra Maharaj's determination will certainly be victorious in advancing in Krishna consciousness. So, this is a very, very important quality for a sadhaka advancing in Krishna consciousness: determination. And Srila Prabhupada quotes in the purport, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. So, more important than sporadic bursts of enthusiasm is consistent determination in the practice of Krishna consciousness. And then Prataparuddra Maharaj ends his expression as follows, and he says, Jadi se Mahaprabhur na pai kripadhan kiba rajya kiba deha saba akaran. He says, if Mahaprabhu does not give me his grace, Yadi say Mahaprabhur na pai kripadhan, if I do not get the kripadhan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, kiba rajya kiba deha sab akaran, what will I do with this rajya? What will I do with this deha? This kingdom and this body is ultimately useless. Prabhupada makes a beautiful point. He says, without spiritual inquiry, our labor and our object of labor are simply a waste of time. Bhagavatam mentions, Parabhavas tavat abodha jata javat na jigyasata atma tattvam. If in human form of life one does not come to the conclusion of a spiritual inquiry, then ultimately we are simply wasting our time. And therefore, if one does not receive the Supreme Personalities of Godhead's mercy, one's life is defeated. So therefore, Prataparuddra Maharaj demonstrates an excellent example of helping us prioritize what is really of significance. The human form of life is extremely rare, and in this rare human form of life, that extra one quality which all of us as humans have, which is not there in any other species, is the ability to further our spiritual inquiry. And that is what Prataparuddra Maharaj, in spite of being the king, is sharing. And he is saying, Kiba Rajya, Kiba Deha, Saba Akaran. Yes, the kingdom is there, my body is there, but ultimately all of these need a purpose. Without that purpose, I just do not feel any of this makes any sense. And therefore we find that as the lockdown is ending and many people have begun their travel, so the first thing when you travel is, when you're booking your flights, booking your trains or booking anything, the first thing you have to do is enter destination. So unless and until we are clear about life's destination, when we are lost, that feeling is extremely scary. It creates turmoil, it creates insecurity when you feel and you understand that you are lost. And therefore Prataparuddra Maharaj is very much emphasizing that I need Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shelter, because that is what my destination is. Although I may be unqualified, I will not give up till he agrees to give me shelter. Etashuni sarva bhauma hoila chintit rajar anuraga dekhi hoila vismit. So, seeing the determination of Prataparuddra Maharaj, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who is the spiritual master of Prataparuddra Maharaj, he becomes very impressed. And he says that one would not expect someone who is in the position of a king, having access to royalty and power, to have such genuine authentic determination to attain the Supreme Lord. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is very astonished and he appreciates the king's determination. Generally speaking, people may feel the purpose of life is to get money, to get property, to get control and power and influence and fame. Prataprudra had all of that, but he's just expressing, I simply want the grace of the Lord. Without that, all these other things appear to be null and void. So Prabhupada mentions in the purport that devotional service is so exalted that it can be executed by anyone in any position. All one needs is Dhrida Vrata or determination. So this happens just a month before Rath Yatra. And so Prataprudra Maharaj's story continues as we are approaching the Rath Yatra, and it culminates right during the Rath Yatra when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enters into the Jagannath Vallabh garden. And therefore, here we see that the king had ample opportunities for material enjoyment, but he simply had that one pointed, determined desire to take shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya consoles Prataprudra Maharaj. भट्टाचार्य कहे देव न कर विषाद, तोमारे प्रभुरे अवश्य होइबे prasad. So he says that, O king, na kara bishad, do not lament. Very soon Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will bestow his grace upon you. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, being the spiritual master of Prataprudra Maharaj, is performing a very important task. All of us, during our spiritual journey, during our career and family's journey, or in general in our life's journey, will go through various twists and turns, ups and downs. And all of these very much require a strong willpower, determination, and a never say die approach. But irrespective of how resolute we may be in our determination, there are moments during the journey where we just feel that we need the shelter and the support of others. And so, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is performing that role beautifully, where Prataprudra Maharaj just cannot understand why Mahaprabhu is rejecting me again and again, and he is just too bewildered to figure that out. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is offering the most important asset which Prataprudra Maharaj needs at this time in his journey. Prataprudra Maharaj does not need money, he does not need power, he does not need armies, he does not need influence, he does not need control and fame, he does not need infrastructure. Prataprudra Maharaj has all of that. What does Prataprudra Maharaj need, for which he is dependent on the association of devotees? He needs hope. He needs hope in his spiritual journey. He needs support and encouragement that although the journey may be tough and difficult, but there are others who are supporting him in this process. And therefore, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, playing the role of a spiritual master as a wonderful Vaishnava, is encouraging Prataprudra Maharaj. And all of us in this association of devotees have a very, very crucial responsibility that no matter what we may be going through personally, it is our absolute duty and responsibility to try to support and encourage other devotees and give them hope in their journey in Krishna consciousness. And so Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, ताहा प्रेम धीन तोमार प्रेम गाढ़तर अवश्य कोरिबेन कृपा तोमार ऊपर. And my dear Prataprutra Maharaj, let me tell you, I am not just blindly saying that you will ultimately be successful. I see your character quality of determination, and I know that when a devotee is determined, that determination melts Krishna's heart, because Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. So you are demonstrating the quality of a genuine Bhakta, and Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. So this combination will ultimately be successful. When one engages in devotional service, one must maintain his firm determination. And therefore, one of the greatest assets which Prataputra Maharaj had in this journey was the total support of his spiritual teacher, Srila Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gives him a clue. बाह्य ज्ञानी नहीं से काल कृष्ण नाम सुनी आलिंगन करिबे न तुम्हार वैष्णव जानी. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says that, let me tell you a clue. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Rath Yatra, he will be in transcendental ecstasy. He will be intoxicated with love of Krishna during the Rath Yatra. And during that time, when he is in the Jagannath Vallabh garden, you enter inside, massage his feet and chant the Gopi Geet, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will definitely bestow his mercy upon you. So Prabhupada mentions a very important lesson. And Prabhupada says, a Vaishnava is always eager and ready to help another Vaishnava progress towards realization of the absolute truth. And a Vaishnava is always very compassionate, especially when he sees another Vaishnava very determined. So this combination of our determined efforts, drawing and attracting the attention of Krishna's compassion, is a very important theme in our bhakti literatures. And then he says that very soon Srila Ramananda Rai will go and explain your glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and as a result Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart will be melted, and then ultimately, because so many devotees are recommending you, Mahaprabhu's grace and Krishna's grace has to follow. So Srila Prabhupada mentions the secret of advancement is one must first receive the devotee's mercy, then one will receive Krishna's mercy. And therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is quoted by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. Naishamatistavat urukramangrim sparshati yavat anartha apagamau chayavat mahiyasam padarajobhishekam nishkinchananam navrinita yavat. So he says that actually the only way to attain Krishna is to have the dust of the lotus feet of the devotees sprinkle upon our entire existence. So when we agree to become the servant of the devotees, then Krishna's mercy automatically follows. So Maharaj Prataprudra took Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's advice, and then the king asked, when is Snan Yatra? And incidentally, Snan Yatra is today. And so Bhattacharya says, only 3 days are left for the Snan Yatra. And so Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya returns home, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very happy. And then Mahaprabhu at that time is very unhappy. And just on the day of Snan Yatra and a day after Snan Yatra, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who goes to Alarnath because He cannot tolerate to see that Jagannath is in separation, Lord Jagannath is in fever. So Mahaprabhu, in a state of separation from the Lord, would go to Alarnath. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya goes to Alarnath and calls Mahaprabhu back to Puri, that yes, the Snan Yatra is over, Lord Jagannath has gone into seclusion because he has caught a cold and a fever. But my dear Lord, 200 devotees from Bengal are arriving to participate in the Jagannath Rath Yatra, and every year these devotees from Bengal would come and stay with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri for the 4 months of the rainy season. And for all the 4 months and also during the journey, only one person, Shivananda Sen, would maintain all of the devotees during this period. So Gopinath Acharya tells Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in presence of the king that they have already arrived at Narendra Sarovar. We have to organize for their stay, and Prasadam Prataprudra Maharaj takes care of all of that. And this is a very important element because he becomes the servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's servants. And ultimately, the king, Prataprudra Maharaj, tells Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, as the devotees are approaching the Simha Dwara of Jagannath temple, he says, O Bhattacharya, I do not know any of these devotees from Bengal. Can you introduce me to them? I want to see them. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, okay, your palace is right opposite the temple. Let us go to the roof of your palace, and from there, even I do not know them very well, but Gopinath Acharya, he has spent a lot of time in Bengal, so he will know this. So at this time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent 2 persons in advance. So Prataprudra Maharaj asks Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who are these 2 people who are going in advance to receive all these Bengal devotees? Who are these 2 emissaries going from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's side? So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, one is Swarup Damodar Goswami, Sangite Gandharva Sama Shastre Brihaspati, Damodar Sama Ar Nahi Mahamati. So Swarup Damodar Goswami is one of the closest intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No one is more intelligent than him. He is like Brihaspati in intelligence, and he is like the Gandharvas in his sweet singing of kirtans. And he goes along with Govinda Mahaprabhu's servant, and then, they take all of Jagannath's food to honor the devotees from Bengal. So Swarup Damodar Goswami garlands Advaita Acharya. Govinda offers a second garland to Advaita Acharya. And in this way, Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu are welcomed by both of them. So the king wants to know who are these, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, this is Advaita Acharya, this is Nityananda Prabhu, the Lord's most intimate associates. Then he introduces all the other devotees and he says, this is Srivas Pandit, Vakreshwar Pandit, Vidyanidhi Gadadhar Pandit, Acharya Ratna Purandara Pandit, Gangadas Pandit, Shankar Pandit, Murari Gupta, Pandit Narayana, Haridas Thakur, Hari Bhatta, and so many devotees' names he includes. And then finally he mentions, after describing all of these devotees' names, that Kateka kahiba e dekhi jatajan Chaitanya ragana sab Chaitanya jivan. How many names will I actually be able to share with you, O King? All I can say is there is one common thing amongst all of them. They are all Mahaprabhu's associates. And what is the symptom that they are Mahaprabhu's associates? Chaitanya ragana sab Chaitanya jivan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is their life and soul. That is the common theme amongst all of them. Gaurangera Sangi Gane Nitya Siddha Kori Mane Sejaya Brajendra Sutapash. Sejaya Brajendra Sutapash. So Narottam Das Thakur says that advancement in spiritual life is very easy if we find someone who is extremely qualified, advanced, pure. Then all we need to do is we need to appreciate their spiritual advancement, acknowledge their spiritual maturity, and accept the fact that they are closer to Krishna than me. And if we simply feel happy from within the heart about their advancement, Gaurangera Sangi Gane, just like Mahaprabhu's associates, if we consider Nitya Siddha Kori Mane, if one accepts those associates of Mahaprabhu to be his eternal associates, if we acknowledge their glory, Mane means to accept that. So simply by accepting the exaltedness of the devotees, accepting their spiritual advancement, Sejaya Brajendra Shutapash. When Krishna sees the absence of envy in the heart like this, he becomes very pleased. And just for accepting and acknowledging someone's advancement, one gets the same benefits as that devotee, and one gets to enter into the spiritual world. And that's what Srila Prabhupada mentions, that one should respect those devotees preaching the glories of the Lord as Nitya Siddha and should not consider them conditioned. So now Pratapratar Maharaj looks towards the devotees with great attention. And then as he is observing the devotees, he sees their kirtan. There is a tumultuous kirtan which begins right in front of the Simhadwara gate of Lord Jagannath's temple. And at that time, he says, Koti Surya Samashata Ujjvala Varan Kabho Nahi Shuni Ei Madhura Kirtan. O Sarabham Bhattacharya, I see the effulgence emanating from the faces of these devotees. It is just like Koti Surya Sama Shata. It is like millions of suns which are rising in the sky. Ujjvala Varan. And they are looking so effulgent and bright. Kabhu nahi shuni. I have never heard such madhur kirtan, such a sweet kirtan ever before. This is a very significant statement because Pratapratar Maharaj, being the king of Orissa, he had access to the best singers and the best dancers in the whole of Orissa. And he is making a statement like this means he is extremely impressed. And then he says, Aiche prema, aiche nritya, aiche haridhvani, kaha nahi dekhi aiche, kaha nahi shuni. I have never heard and never seen such kirtan before. I have never seen such love before. And therefore, I am touched. I am truly impressed. So very important purports Srila Prabhupada writes. And he says that Pratapratar Maharaj was not a novice to any kind of kirtan. He had exposure to some of the best and most powerful kirtaniyas. He had seen a whole range of powerful personalities. But what impresses him with respect to Mahaprabhu's associates is, if a devotee sticks strictly to the principles governing Vaishnava behavior, Prabhupada mentions, his bodily luster will become attractive and his singing and chanting of Krishna's holy names will automatically become effective. And then Prabhupada says, people will appreciate such kirtan without any hesitation. And then Prabhupada mentions a very important point, especially with respect to kirtan. Prabhupada says, Many professional chanters can perform congregational chanting with various musical instruments. But the chanting cannot be as attractive as the congregational chanting of the devotees. So, therefore, the symptoms of such devotees is described here in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, Prabhupada mentions even the pastimes, dramas about the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Sri Krishna should be played by devotees. And Prabhupada says such dramas will immediately interest an audience and it will be full of potency. Very important point. And so Prabhupada says these are two important tools for preaching which should be used by ISKCON. What is that? First, drama, and second, kirtan. And so Prabhupada says anyone who is pure in life, number two, devoted to the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is to be understood as a Nitya Siddha associate of the Lord. So therefore we need two things. We need purity and we need devotion to the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Prabhupada mentions that Jagannath Puri was a world famous kirtan center. But the kirtan performed by Mahaprabhu's associates was out of this world and attracted the king. And therefore, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya now responds to the points made by Prataprudra Maharaj. And these are very, very important points for us in this movement to note that the potency of this movement will very much depend on the purity and the consistency of the Krishna conscious practices which we do in private. That potency will finally reflect in our public performances. And that is the main point Prabhupada is emphasizing of what attracted Prataprudra Maharaj is that the devotee's personal practice of Krishna consciousness was so pure, so strict, so sublime that it had the impact. And therefore, when Prabhupada ended his pastimes in 1977, 99.9% of ISKCON was living within the temples. Today in 2020, 99.9% of ISKCON lives in their homes. And therefore, the future potency of this movement very much depends on how all the devotees in their respective homes they manage to practice the Krishna consciousness to the best of their abilities. Bhattacharya kohe ei madhura bachan chaitanya srishti ei prema sankirtan. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya mentions Bhattacharya kohe ei madhura bachan. He speaks very sweetly. Chaitanya srishti ei prema sankirtan. This is a creation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Harinam Sankirtan, and it is called Prema Sankirtan. Avatari Chaitanya Koila Dharma Pracharan Kolikale Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtan. So actually, the Lord appears in every yuga, but in every Kali Yuga, he appears as a Yuga avatar. And when he appears as Yuga avatar, he gives mainly mukti. He does not give Krishna prema. And therefore, this particular statement of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is extremely important, which is Madhya Lila, chapter 11, text 97. Bhattacharya kohe ei madhura vachan chaitanyara srishti ei prema sankirtan. Srishti means creation. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has specifically come with the gift of prema, which is not given in every Kali Yuga. This happens only in that Kali Yuga which follows the Dwapar Yuga where Krishna personally has appeared, and we happen to be in that Kali Yuga. And therefore, Avatari Chaitanya Koila Dharma Pracharan Kalikale Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtan. So the Kali Yuga Dharma is Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Dharma means duty. We have social duties, family duties, professional duties, national duties, duties towards nature, duties towards, so many other things. But we should not forget the duty towards our soul. And therefore, Sankirtana Yagye Tare Kore Aradhan Seito Sumedha Ar Kolihatajan. So he says that anyone who worships Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Sankirtan Yagya, anyone who worships Krishna following in the footsteps of Mahaprabhu through Sankirtan Yagya, Seito Sumedha, he is very intelligent. Ara Kalihatajan and others are all influenced by Kali Yuga. And therefore, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's establishing the importance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the contribution which Mahaprabhu has made in making prema so accessible to us is extremely important. Now, Prataprutara Maharaj presents his first doubt to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and he says, Raja kahe Shastra Pramane Chaitanya Hoya Krishna Tabe ke ne Pandit Sab Tahate Vitrishna. And he says that Shastra Pramane Chaitanya Hoya Krishna. If the Shastras and the scriptures are referring that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, then how is it that so many Pandits are not able to understand? So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, Bhatta kahe tar kripa lesha hoy yare, seito tahare Krishna kari leite pare. He says, actually, those who have been blessed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they only can understand that he is non-different from Krishna. And if one has not received such blessings, even after seeing him, associating with him, interacting with him, they cannot accept him as Krishna. So Prabhupada mentions in a purport, the Sankirtan movement can only be spread by a person who is especially favored by Lord Krishna. And when one's intelligence is sharp, he can increase the interests of the common men in loving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya makes a very important point, and he says, Tar kripa nahe yare pandit nahe kene, dekhile shunile tare Ishwar na mane. And he says, on the other hand, O king, if Mahaprabhu's grace is not there on a person, even after seeing, even after hearing, they will not be able to accept Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And therefore, Prabhupada mentions very heavy point in the purport. One must be considered bereft of Lord Chaitanya's mercy when he criticizes the Krishna consciousness movement and finds fault with the movement or finds fault with the leader of this movement. And now Prataprutara Maharaj sees that heavy loads of prasadam are being taken to distribute to the devotees. And he gets bewildered, and he looks at Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and he gets his another doubt. The second doubt he gets is, instead of visiting Jagannath's temple, why are all the devotees going to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, it is out of the spontaneous love that they are anxious to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he asks the third doubt, that 5 or 7 men, they are taking very large quantity of Mahaprasadam. Why is that? And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given that instruction that devotees have come, they are hungry. O Vaninath, please bring large, profuse quantities of prasadam. This creates the fourth doubt in Prataprudra Maharaj's mind. And he says, Raja kahe upavasa kshaura tirthera vidan tahana koriya kene khaiba annapan. And he says, but is it not mentioned in the scriptures that when you visit a holy place, you should first shave, take bath in the holy ocean or the river, and then fast the full day? How is it that all these devotees are coming and directly on the day they are arriving, they are feasting like this? So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya smiles and he says, Ishvara paroksha agya kshaura uposhan prabhura sakshat agya prasada bhojan. He says, O Prataprudra, what you are saying is correct, but that is a shastric injunction which is the indirect instruction. Here Mahaprabhu, who is the originator of the Shastra, is directly telling everybody, honor prasadam. And therefore, taha upavasayaha nahi mahaprasad prabhur agya prasade tyage hoy aparad. Are, one should fast when direct instruction is not there. If Mahaprabhu is directly instructing, have prasadam, and if you don't and say, I want to fast, that will be an offense. And therefore, Visheshesi haste prabhu kare pariveshan etalab chhadi kare uposhan. And in this way, Visheshesri haste prabhu kare pariveshan, especially when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his own hands is distributing this prasadam. Jagannath's Mahaprasad is nectar. Mahaprabhu's hand is non-different from nectar. And Mahaprabhu is distributing with his own transcendental Satchidananda Vigraha hands. Who will refuse to honor such prasadam? And in this way, Prataprudra Maharaj is fully satisfied, having all his doubts cleared from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, thus increases his faith in the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. Prataprudra Maharaj comes down from the palace rooftop, gives instruction to Kashi Mishra and the temple superintendent, and says, all of these devotees from Bengal who have come with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as associates, make all kinds of profuse arrangements for them to stay comfortably, create residential facilities so that they can stay nicely, make sure they get prasadam every single day. Everything is going to be organized by the royal treasury. And in this way, Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya saw the meeting of Mahaprabhu along with his devotees who had come all the way from Bengal. Now, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his devotees, just a couple of days before Jagannath Rath Yatra, they approach the Gundicha temple. Gundicha temple is the final destination of the Rath Yatra. The Jagannath Rath begins from the Jagannath temple. There is a wide road which is known as the Grand Road. It ultimately reaches Gundicha temple. So therefore, this entire route is the route of the Rath Yatra. According to sources in Puri 500 years ago, in the middle of the Grand Road, there used to be a river flowing before, and there was kind of sand on both sides. So one set of Rath would be placed on one side and they would bring Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra till the river. The deities would be transported by the boat across the river, and on the other side there would be another set of chariots. And that way the Rath Yatra was being conducted. So tomorrow we will discuss about how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his devotees participated in the cleansing of the Gundicha temple, and from this cleansing of the Gundicha temple pastime, what are some of the significant lessons which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shared with his devotees just a couple of days before the Jagannath Rath Yatra, and how this Gundicha cleansing pastime is connected and related to the actual event of the Rath Yatra. Some of these details we will discuss tomorrow evening. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
RG Media YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe.